Hi, everyone. Good Monday morning to you, the second week of March. And we've had a little bit of some late morning showers this morning, quickly passed through near Lake Superior, that's been moving on out of the region. We're in for a very nice day, more sunshine, and as well as above normal temperatures. It is going to be the last type of false spring day in this stretch of weather because we're headed to a more typical wintry pattern. We're looking at colder conditions. We're looking at more active weather as well, with a few disturbances coming through in the next 5 to about 7 days. So, yeah, I'm going to go through those main highlights here in the next couple of minutes. But first off, how's your day going? Are you excited about anything as we're kicking off this work week? Anything big that you're, doing this week? Any big projects that you're looking forward to completing? What's good for you personally and professionally? Please feel free to share those below so we can continue to spread some positivity and goodness out there. Okay, so this is what we're headed towards this week. The right hand part of the graph shows you the next 10 days. And the first spot is today, and we will be significantly above normal, but the trend dips down to a more typical average normal trend for temperatures for the rest of this week and continuing through this weekend into early next week as well. That's the trend, colder conditions. So here's what's happening. The jet stream pattern will bring in three main disturbances and some colder conditions as well. The disturbance number one, you can see here with that troughing action, this goes into Wednesday. Disturbance number two, this is for Friday, another trough coming through. We call these shortwave troughs because they're not super, they're not very long, they're not huge, they're more on the shorter frame of things. Third one coming in, this one's more pronounced. Sunday into next Monday. A couple models are showing that this is going to turn into a cutoff area of low pressure. Again, this is the jet stream flow showing you three main disturbances coming through in the jet stream, the mid levels of the atmosphere. All of these are going to continue to reinforce some relatively colder conditions for us, and the Climate Prediction Center has been showcasing that potential for below normal temperatures here for the middle portion of the month of March across the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. So we are still on track for that to happen. So make sure you take advantage of today's unseasonably warm conditions because it's changing here soon. Tonight we dip down into the 20s. And then tomorrow we have a north and a southerly split for our temperatures. You can expect 30s in the southern UP and 20s across the northern UP for our temperatures tomorrow. And that's basically the trend here on out for the rest of this week. 33 degrees is our normal for the region. Okay, so 33 is the normal. And at least it's not drastically cold. I mean, we're not talking about Arctic air coming through. We're just getting back to normal ranges. We did lose a lot of snow from the extended warm stretch of weather that we've had, and we're getting some snow, and hopefully that'll help make some trail conditions a little bit better out there. Our next disturbance is expected to come in tomorrow night into Wednesday. There are three of them. So I'm tracking three disturbances, and each of them will bring in some accumulating snowfall. System 1, Tuesday night and a Wednesday. System 2, Thursday night and a Friday. System 3 coming in on Sunday. And again, each of those coming in with some accumulating snow. Here's what you need to know about the next one. Tuesday night into Wednesday. Starts off with light snow and then expect widespread snow to develop for Tuesday night into Wednesday. And you will probably encounter some sloppy, slippery road conditions to kick off Wednesday morning. So here's tomorrow. Most of the day's relatively uneventful. Light snow skirting across the southern UP. Tomorrow evening, this is 8 p.m. And then here comes that snow. Moderate and heavy intensities likely across the north central, the interior western UP. This is 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning. There's also a small potential for wintry mixture across the south near Lake Michigan. Brief potential for that. But the area where wintry mix of freezing rain and or sleet will occur is mainly for the northern lower south of the Mackinac Bridge. There's a potential, though, for the track to shift. If the track shifts a little bit northerly, then we tap into a little bit more of that freezing rain and wintry mixture potential. There's a small chance that it could change and adjust, but this is how it looks right now. It looks like it's mainly kind of a wet snow event initially, and then it transitions to powdery snow on Wednesday. Okay, so this is 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. Wednesday morning. Snow continuing near Lake Superior in the west end, and then it tapers off. By daytime hours, it's more powdery, fine type of snow, a little blustery out there as well, and then it tapers off. Let's talk snowfall potential with this, okay? The next 72 hours, let's talk probabilities of accumulating snowfall. There is at least an 80, anywhere from a 60% to a 100% probability of at least 2 inches of snowfall out of this thing. 4-inch probability, mainly across the northern half. The probability ranges about 40% to about 80% probability of at least 4 inches of snowfall. Probability of at least 6 inches of snowfall, still expected in that same area, the northern UP. That probability ranges from 40% to about 70% probability of that occurring. Right now, I have a range of around widespread 4 to 6 inches of snow out of this for most of the UP except Menominee County. Most of the northern UP and west will range 7 inches to 9 inches. That's where we're sitting at right now. Of course, there's a potential of isolated areas getting higher than that. There's still a little bit of some model inconsistency with this, so we'll have a more clear picture of what we're expecting for that snowfall later on this afternoon and evening when the next model runs come in. But yeah, we're for sure expecting some accumulating snow. We'll be doing some shoveling. We're not going to get out of it without doing a little bit of shoveling. But you know what? It gives us a little bit of a fresh snow base, make things look all nice and pretty out there so we can get back onto the trails. We have lost some snow depth from our snow base here in the last week because of that warm stretch of weather that we've had. Along the Wisconsin state line, the depth is around near a foot of snow for the depth there. The north central is ranging around I would say anywhere between 18 inches to about 24 inches to 36 inches. Whereas about 2 weeks ago, we were in the 48-inch mark to 72-inch mark for snow base. So yeah, hopefully that extra snow we're getting will make everything look all nice and pretty. So that was system 1 that I kind of highlighted. That comes in Tuesday into Wednesday. There's another one we're expecting to swing through Thursday into Friday. And here's a preview of that one. So this is midnight on Friday. So basically Thursday night into Friday, some light snow starts to develop. And then during the overnight hours, becomes a little bit more widespread. The center low pressure system will track and skirt just across the southern UP here. This will kind of pass near and along the Lake Michigan shoreline as that moves on out. So by 9 a.m., the snowfall is still concentrated in the central and the eastern UP, as well as the majority of the lower peninsula. And that moves on out gradually throughout the day as that low lifts north. So again, another situation where it's mainly an overnight, early morning event for snowfall. So that's system 2, and system 3 is expected on Sunday. But we're many days away from that. I'll highlight that a little bit more on Wednesday and, of course, on Friday as we get closer to that day. and model data becomes a little bit more consistent. So yeah, that's what's happening. Hopefully you guys have a really great day. Hopefully you get the opportunity to get outside, enjoy some of that sunshine, enjoy some of that warmer weather, because we're back to March weather here starting tomorrow.